Hey everybody, welcome to Big Dumb Monsters. I'm Chris.
I'm Nick.
And this week we are talking about the feature-length episode of Tales from the Crypt, Bordello of Blood.
Yeah. There was a bordello. There was blood. Less movie than I wanted.
Yes. Yeah. Less plot. Yeah. It's, I don't know.
Shit ton of Dennis Miller, though.
Yeah. A lot of snarky Dennis Miller.
Yep.
Like Superman's dad's joint on Krypton.
Kebab.
Yeah. So yeah, we talk a lot about Tales from the Crypt, and we say this later on, but I will upfront it as well. If you are listening to this now, this is your first experience from Tales from the Crypt, I would probably advise maybe going to check out a couple episodes of the show first.
Watch season 3.
Yeah.
Season 3, season 4.
Yeah.
That's what
really
that was like
stride.
the fucking sweet spot.
Yeah. It's just a fun horror anthology show. And like they carry the spirit of that over to this. I don't think it is as well executed as some of the episodes of the show were.
No, definitely not. But I mean,
who are we to judge anyway?
Yeah. We're just big dumb monsters.
Exactly. So hope you enjoy the episode, folks. Here we go. Bordello of Blood.
Enjoy.
Man, I appreciated this movie being an hour and 27 minutes long.
Sure did. Yep. Especially because I fell asleep watching it the first time.
Yeah. I had to, I hesitantly rewound parts. I'm like, I missed something. I guess I'll rewind it.
Dude, I woke up and went, fuck, I gotta watch this again.
Like, son of a bitch, I gotta rewind. I'm not the biggest Pete Davidson fan, but one of the last episodes...
good thing he wasn't in this movie.
One of the last episodes of Saturday Night Live, he did like a rap parody about like... It was called Short Ass Movies.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I was just appreciating like a 90-minute movie.
Yep.
Like fucking like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Give me that short ass movie.
Sure do like that. This movie sucked.
It did.
There were things I like about it though, so this is not going to be a shit fest.
No, definitely not going to shit on it.
I'm going to shit on it.
I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it either. It definitely wasn't the worst movie we've watched.
Oh, no. I haven't seen it in a long time.
I probably haven't seen it since like the early 2000s, maybe. I mean, maybe even longer than that. Maybe the 90s.
Yeah, I think I saw it in the 90s.
I know I saw it like the night it opened. Like I was 17 when this came out.
Yeah.
So like right up my alley. I know a bunch of us went to see it like the night it opened. We went to Hooters beforehand at Crossgate.
To get primed up.
Yeah.
This movie, you know what? I think I got it right here. My major problem with this movie is that it feels like an episode of Tales from the Crypt that is an hour and 20 minutes long.
Yeah, and Dennis Miller even makes that joke. Like, I feel like I'm in a bad episode of Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah.
And you kind of are.
You kind of are.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't... It doesn't feel like they upped the budget, like the dollars per minute kind of budget.
Yeah, they filmed 3 episodes of Tales from the Crypt, basically.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, the script is decent, like super hokey. So it does feel like an episode of Tales from the Crypt. So I guess if that's what they were intending to do, I guess they fucking nailed it. But if you're gonna go feature length movie based on a property, you got to up the ante.
Yeah, up your game a little bit.
They did not.
And for those wondering, we are talking about Bordello of Blood, the Tales from the Crypt movie from 1996, starring Dennis Miller and Erika Eleniak. And Angie Everheart too.
And this is the second, well, technically the third Tales from the Crypt movie, because they made one in the
Like the
70s.
Yeah.
That was just based on a comic book. And then they made Demon Knight in 94.
95, I think that was.
Oh, 95, and this was 96?
Yeah.
Okay.
And, well, the plot is there's a bordello run by a vampire. Like,
Yeah.
pretty much. Like, yeah.
Yep.
Erika Eleniak is looking for her brother, Corey Feldman, who went to the bordello, got killed, turned into a vampire.
Yep.
And Dennis Miller is the private eye trying to track him down.
That just about wraps it up. And then there are side players.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, considering how many episodes of Tales from the Crypt revolve around this concept, I am surprised that neither this or Demon Knight involve, like, a cheating wife, like, trying to murder her husband. Like,
Yeah. Infidelity is a major part of Tales from the Crypt lore.
Yeah, or, like, sleeping with someone for money. Like, that also comes up a lot.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And the plot of this movie was
It's pretty.
no,
I mean,
it was just meat and potatoes, but then there were also things that were like confusing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
why are you doing that? Like, okay, why is this in the movie?
why is
How did you go from finding the key and being able to take control of her to not having it, and now this televangelist has it?
Yeah, I never even picked up on that. That is weird. How? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, excuse me.
What the fuck was that?
That was like a. We really got to control the burps on this podcast. That was like a strangled burp. Anyway, yeah, I mean, like, you really don't even need the whole subplot with Chris Sarandon in this movie. Like,
No.
really, the only reason, like, that whole subplot is in the movie is so they can shoot her with a cross laser at the end, basically.
That is it.
Yeah.
That is the entire reason. Because he really does nothing for the plot.
I'm trying to think. Does his character move it along in any way? I mean, like, he gets spotted in the strip club, but the professor, the little dwarf guy, is there too.
Yeah.
So he, only one of them needs to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't he help out Rafe towards the end?
Yeah, he is the one that helps Rafe, like, take down all the hookers.
Yeah.
But that could have been anybody.
And it could have been Dennis Miller with just 2 fucking squirt guns instead of one. Like,
Yeah.
And can I just mention fucking the Super Soaker 100? Not nearly enough water to fucking kill all those vampires.
Needed that one with the backpack.
Yeah, exactly.
What was that? Was that the 2500?
I think so. I remember, like, the 200 was, like, the biggest one around my day, and then they came out, like, the 300, I think, and that was, like, that might have been the first one with the backpack.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't have nearly enough ammunition for that.
But yeah, I mean, he's got a Super Soaker 100, just definitely not enough holy water firepower.
Yeah, he kept cocking it like a shotgun.
Which you had to do with the Super Soaker.
But you had to keep pumping it,
Yeah,
not just
you
like
had
click, click, like it's,
Those were some awesome fucking water guns.
They really were. Super Soakers changed the game.
Yeah. I remember one time we were in my pool. My neighbors had the 200, and we, like, what if we switched the bigger, like, water reserve bottle with the pressure bottle?
Yeah.
Like, not realizing, like, the pressure bottle is thicker than the other bottle.
Yep.
And so, like, we pumped it up, and it just
Boom!
boom. We were in the water when it happened. We were in my pool, so you could like see the fucking shockwave. Like,
Yeah.
like all of us fucking.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my god. No. Okay, so did you get hints of, like, during that squirt gun scene, very much like zombies ate my neighbors kind of thing going on?
Yeah, I got to check to see which came out first because they're very close. But this is also like From Dusk Till Dawn light. It's almost the same concept. Like, there's the big giant, like, just orgy of killing vampires at the end.
Yep. Funny story though. Like, so I think Dusk Till Dawn came out in 96, 97. So it was definitely around the same time as this. But this apparently they had been writing the script for this since the 70s.
No shit.
Yeah. Robert Zemeckis and Bob Gale
Fucking wow.
wrote this, like, started
both of them
writing this.
Yeah, both of them are giant fucking Hollywood legendary names.
Yeah.
And they wrote this for 20 some odd years. Like,
It was stuck in production hell. They had written it.
Oh, they had written it back then. Okay.
And then they were, like, shopping it around, I guess. We're talking about the guys that wrote fucking Back to the Future.
Back to the Future. Fucking how many fucking awesome Robert Zemeckis movies? I know there's tons of them. I'm not thinking
there's
of.
tons. Yeah.
96.
Oh yeah.
Let's see what month.
Are you gonna be able to find that?
Might be in Wikipedia.
Oh, you know what? It's probably in Wikipedia.
1996 screenplay story.
January 17th.
All right, so this is 8 months 8 months before Bordello of Blood. This comes out. So it I don't think it was influenced by it, but it is like incredibly similar.
It did that scene way better.
Yeah. To the concept, way better.
Yeah. No, so what they did.
William Sadler shows up as the mummy in this for.
Yeah, he's fucking great.
Yeah. It's not in my better known as. I wanted to get that out there. He also, I guess this is a callback. He shows up as Death in an episode of Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah, they did this same thing.
Yeah, and he chops off the Crypt Keeper's hand with a scythe.
Yeah. So that would have been the second time he's played Death.
Bill and Ted
Yep.
was the more notable one.
Yeah, he does not look like himself in that mummy costume.
No, the makeup's pretty good.
Yeah, special effects wise in this movie, hit and miss. Like sometimes looks awesome, other times looks like dog shit.
Some of the melting vampires just did not look good.
No.
Corey Feldman, he has that
he looked good at first, and then the more he was on screen, the worse he looked.
Yeah, he had the hole when they kill him, he's the hole burned through him.
I liked that.
Oh, I thought that did not look good.
Oh no?
Yeah.
Well, watching it burn through was cool.
Yeah.
Seeing him standing there with a hole in his chest that you could see through clear to the wall.
And then he says
that
something
was lame.
dumb as he falls down, oh, that sucks. Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
The weirdest part about that character though was him kind of wanting to fuck his sister.
That was very weird. Yeah, when he was a vampire.
I didn't like that.
Yeah. He's cheering on fucking what's her name? As she's
Lilith.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, munch that box.
Oh man. Yeah, this was the definition of mediocre.
It really was.
Yeah.
There were scenes that were awesome, cool, really cool shit, and then okay, so what the fuck did he just put on his tongue? Because that looked like a hole punch.
Yeah, it looked like it was another one of those fucking gene rivets that he puts into his nose.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I really wanted this movie to be a lot better.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's just nostalgia coming through, because I kind of remember it being a cool movie.
I remember kind of the same situation. I remember liking it but not thinking it was great.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I can't say that it held up, but it didn't really it didn't really deteriorate more than normal,
Yeah. I don't know. It's just I'm such a fan of Tales from the Crypt, the show, that I needed it to be good, and it let me down.
And I realized probably a lot of what I remember about Tales from the Crypt is through rose-colored glasses.
Oh, sure. The first 2.5 seasons are full of problems.
We watched those first couple episodes last week. They were okay.
Yeah, they're good. You can see it had legs in the first couple of seasons. It just took a while to get going. I think it was just because there wasn't that much anthology stuff, more adult themed.
Well, this time we get like a flood of horror adult anthologies. Beginning in like the mid '80s, we get Tales from the Dark Side. We get Monsters, the TV show. You've got your Twilight Zone reboot. In the
Yeah, but that
mid-'80s.
was all on regular syndicated TV. It wasn't HBO.
That's true. Well, this is like HBO's foray into that. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, aside from those, we also get Friday the 13th series. We get Freddy's Nightmares.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm forgetting another thing or two in there somewhere, but like, there's a lot of like serialized like horror content at that time for some reason.
Yeah.
Worst gang ever.
They really are.
Like the two guys look kind of punk. Like there's the one guy who has like the preppy like backwards Kangol fucking hat.
Yeah, I didn't understand this group at all. What's his name getting the dart in his nuts?
Yeah. I'll give you $5 if you hit him in the nuts. Like $5 even back then was not a lot of money.
No, nope. He got up to what, 18 bucks to not shoot him in the nuts.
Oh, Corey Feldman. He's both on the
Yeah.
IMDb page and the movie currently.
Yeah,
like,
it's weirding me out. It's too much Feldman.
too much Fed. We've over Feldman. Oh. God.
I don't know that I've ever been under Feldman.
I don't know.
I've definitely been over
if I've ever
Feldman.
been like, I could use more Feldman right now.
Yeah. That dude is a weirdo. Not entirely his fault.
Yeah.
But he is a fucking weirdo.
Dude's been through some fucked up shit, but yeah. He's a weirdo. The Ezra Miller of the 80s, I guess you could say.
Sort of.
Dude, just side note, just stop doing weird shit until the Flash comes out. Like,
Oh no, he's off of it. Like they booted him from it.
oh, officially booted him from it?
Yeah, he's gone.
Because I knew today that thing came out where he's like now on, like living on a weed farm in Vermont with like there's like weed and like guns and like kids like age 1 to 5 living there.
Yeah, no, he was doing weird shit with like a 14-year-old girl, and they were like, "You got to get the fuck out of here."
I didn't know they officially like that. Like,
I'm pretty sure I read that they
literally just have fucking Grant Gustin just come in and like just refilm his parts. Problem solved. Like,
yeah, probably not gonna happen though.
yeah. Anyway, that's my weird nerd side note. I like. I'm not the hugest Flash fan, but I was looking forward to that movie. Like,
Yeah.
fucking Michael Keaton Batman coming back. Like, that's gonna be awesome.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, is it like a Flashpoint kind of thing?
Yeah. It's supposed to be Flashpoint. Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm telling you that we're never gonna see that movie.
It's gonna wind up being like the '90s Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah.
You could only get it if you've got connections to the underground.
Yeah, it's like somebody has to pass you a tape of it. Like, and this is in 2022. You have to get a VHS cassette tape of
Yep.
it. Like, for some reason, nobody has a VHS anymore.
We only printed this in Betamax.
Yeah.
You kids want to see a dead movie?
Yeah, you have to go to Brooklyn and find some fucking hipster and buy a beta machine off of him.
You kids want to see a dead movie?
Oh, man.
Fuck that nonsense. I just
Yeah.
I just don't care.
Yeah, like, it is disappointing that, like, I don't know, this is a really great concept, and, like, there was just no... I think you might have already even said there's no hook to it. Like, nothing, like, to just pull you in.
Yeah.
You know? Like, Dennis Miller was, like, funny, but not, like, charmingly funny.
He was just Dennis Miller.
Yeah. But yeah, God.
No, because you don't. The only person you really give a shit about is the Dennis Miller character.
Yeah.
And it's hard to do an entire movie where
But even he's, like, such a big of a jerk that's just, like...
he's a jagoff.
Yeah.
But like through the entire movie, you really only care about him, maybe her. What the hell was her name?
I know it's Erika Eleniak is the actress.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Her name, she has like a weird French last name, like Devereaux or something. Catherine Verdeaux.
Verdeaux. Catherine. Yeah, you sort of give a shit about her, but you don't at the same time because she's a major bitch.
Yeah. Like, when she storms into the strip club, it's like, why are you here? Like,
Yeah.
fuck you.
Yeah, because I'm trying to get my rocks off.
Yeah. Because I worked my fucking ass off all week. I wanted to come here, have a beer, look at some tits.
Yeah.
Like, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, so she's miserable. He's miserable. You don't really give a shit.
Yeah.
You kind of want to see the monsters win. Which,
Yeah.
spoiler alert, they do.
Yeah.
Which I loved. By the way, I'm not even gonna fucking lie. Like that was the most Tales from the Crypt ending they could have given it.
Yeah, that is a very Tales from the Crypt ending.
Like that, and it was perfect. Yes, because you
again,
didn't
like-
expect it, really. I mean, it kind of.
Yeah, maybe like when I was watching it this time, I didn't. But like, if I were still in that mode of watching the show every week, I probably would have seen that coming a mile away.
Yeah. But no, good twist. Not the best twist, but good. I'm gonna say it. Too many boobs.
Yeah.
They lose the impact.
Fuck. Like, I don't know what's happening as I'm getting older, but like, yeah.
Like you cannot replace the quality filmmaking with a plethora of boobs.
I'm also thinking
Now-
about like. Sorry, go ahead.
Now, you can load a movie up with boobs, and it's totally fine. It's just like there's no breathing room between all the boobs in this movie.
I'm also like thinking of it from the viewpoint of like, oh, we're not like explicitly recommending people go watch this, but we're guiding people to this movie. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Be warned.
yeah,
Don't watch it with your kids.
yeah. I mean, that's pretty much given for most of the stuff we talk about.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, again, I saw this when I was 17, so I'm sure I thought this was the greatest movie in the world.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah,
No, like 36-year-old Nick is saying too many boobs.
yeah.
20-year-old Nick would be like, yeah, this is just the right amount of boobs. How many is enough? All of them? Okay, yeah.
All right, yeah. Well, maybe some more, maybe a little more. Yeah.
We should just do like one more. Oh boy. Yeah, when she jams her tongue down his throat, like all the way down his throat.
Yeah, and pops out his heart.
Stupid. Ugh. Her vampire makeup, like when she was like full form vampire at the end there,
Yeah.
wretched. It just looked bad.
Yeah. Yeah, like when when they're fighting in the cathedral, I guess you could call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has like her chest is kind of ripped open. It doesn't look cool. It doesn't look weird or like. I mean, it does look weird. It doesn't look like
Yeah.
it just doesn't look real. It looks very
Yeah.
fake and plastic.
It looked like a bunch of latex.
Yeah.
So I don't know who they had doing the special effects on this, but like this was not their best work.
Step your game
Or
up, bro.
if this was their best work, maybe stop. There's
I'm not gonna lie, Angie Everheart wasn't the greatest in this.
She really was not. Well, she only got this movie because she was banging Stallone at the time.
Yeah. Was she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Hey, Joe Silver, hey, like, put my girl in a movie."
She would also sleep with Howard Stern not too long after this, I believe.
Yeah?
Yeah. Fucking Howard pulling it in, man.
Angie Everheart?
Yeah.
I thought he was married. I thought he didn't cheat on his wife, but he fucked around a lot after they got
Yeah,
divorced.
after they got divorced, he went on like a fucking spree. And like she was one of the chicks that he slept with.
Oh, really?
He said he also like he's mentioned like he's named like a few of the people, just people who've been on the show and like have said, yeah, we slept together. It was like her, fucking Robin Givens.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. That seems not professional.
I mean, it didn't like pick her up. Well, it didn't like pick her up on the show. Like they're just fucking
Yeah.
celebrities. They just
Yeah.
move in celebrity circles, you know?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, like, I wouldn't want Mike Tyson to punch me in my mouth, though.
Yeah. And Rafe Gutman is not a real name. I just want to say that right now.
That's a weird one.
Yeah.
Like, is it? You know what it sounds? It sounds fucking Swedish.
Yeah, he does say he has the Star of David pendant that he wears. So I mean, he is Jewish, but maybe by way of Sweden. Who knows?
Maybe. It's, those Swedish Jews.
Swoos, as we call them.
Swoos, yeah. Swoo.
Swoo. Anyway.
Oh, we're dumb.
Yeah.
We're real
we're
dumb.
A couple of morons.
I don't know.
All right, let's bust out some ratings on this because I am at this point struggling to find like good things to say.
No.
But again, I didn't hate this movie.
I don't. Like, I could see myself watching it again in a few years.
Yeah, it would
Like, if I have plumbed the depths of vampire movies and have not found anything that I really want to watch, and this is like free streaming somewhere,
yeah,
I might throw it on.
I was gonna say, like, I don't think I would selectively watch it. It would have to be like on something that I was like just kind of flipping through, like,
Yeah.
for the few times
Which
that
is
I do.
not going to happen.
Yeah, I barely watch like TV anymore.
This will never be on TV. Are you kidding
It
me?
used to be on Comedy. I am sorry for the burps. I gotta stop that. It used to be on Comedy Central every now and again.
How?
Very, very edited. Yeah,
Like, it would have to be like
an hour long.
an hour with commercials. Good God.
Yeah.
All right, let's do a rating. Taking everything into account, what I liked, what I didn't like. 4.5.
Yeah, I think I'm right there.
Yeah.
I was gonna say 5 because like it's right on that median line, but like
Yeah. I disliked it more than I liked it.
yeah, I think you're right. I like it. Again, I didn't hate it, but I can recognize that it's not great, and it's not like something that like I'm gonna hold near and dear. Like it's not like
Oh, no.
like you said, like I might go back to it in a few years.
Yeah. Once I forget how bad it was.
Yeah. Oh, I remember watching it that one time. Let me throw that on.
Yeah,
Oh, this was shit.
Yeah. Trash. I wanted it to be good because I love Tales from the Crypt so much, but like I said, like this just feels like a movie length episode where they didn't throw more money at it.
Yeah.
Which they should have.
Like the money the extra money they did have went to like Dennis Miller and Angie Everheart.
Probably did.
Yeah. I mean, like they got, and like somehow they got Whoopi Goldberg to show up, like
For like 2 seconds.
yeah,
What, like that had to have been favor work, or like she must have loved the show and wanted to be a part of it or something.
yeah. So yeah, maybe like they just paid her scale or whatever. Like
Yeah.
she did it as a favor.
But totally not necessary.
But yeah, I mean, like outside of like the two mains, and then like you have Dennis Miller, Erika Eleniak, Angie Everheart, Chris Sarandon. Really, that's it. Like everybody else is like an unknown. Oh, well, Corey Feldman too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, the money clearly didn't go into the effects. There's really like 3 sets on the entire movie. There's like
Yeah, pretty much.
the Bordello, like you have this bar, his office,
And like the funeral home part.
the funeral home. Well, it's part of the Bordello.
Right.
Yeah,
They're two separate sets.
Yeah. So yeah. Like honestly, I think that's it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, they have like a couple of scenes in the at the church.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So they probably had to rent that place. That was probably an astronomical fee. I am not sure where that was filmed, but it looks like it might have been like the San Diego Convention Center. I don't know for sure though.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It didn't come up in the trivia.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
We should get to it.
let's get to the trivia.
Not to bother you with trivia.
I used to think they were kind of trivial.
You ready for some trivia?
Let's do it.
Let's trivialize this movie. According to Corey Feldman, Dennis Miller was rude and disrespectful to the cast and crew. According to Feldman, Miller once stole a van from the transportation department and left the set. Feldman and Miller got into a heated confrontation during filming. Going through this, it sounded like Dennis Miller is fucking miserable to work with.
Yeah, I think I saw this in the like in the on-screen facts. Him and the director also got into a fucking like altercation.
They did, yeah, over work hours.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
I just saw like in the IMDb thing, or the thing on here on Amazon, like it said that at the end, Dennis Miller like went up to the director and was like, "Hey, you know," it was like, you know, and like after they were done filming, he's like, you know, he like thanked him. And he's like, you know, we should go out to dinner sometime, like all, you know, you, your wife, my wife, and me. And the director was like, no.
How about go fuck you?
Yeah.
In the making of featurette on the Scream Factory Blu-ray release, Erika Eleniak, I will never say her last name
Eleniak.
Right. Eleniak.
Yeah.
Eleniak. Erika Eleniak. I'll just say it like that every time. Admits that there were scenes not shot in which it explains that Catherine was a former porn star named Chubby O'Toole. The Chubby O'Toole poster is found by Catherine in Rafe's office. This explains the line about Rafe thinking he recognized her from somewhere, as he had the porn movie she was in.
Yeah, and when she sees the poster, she's like, ugh.
Yeah. It's pig.
Yeah. That's funny.
That would have been fun. But
why cut that out? That's like funny. Like
it's funny, but I think it would have been like,
yeah, maybe a little bit too over the top.
Yeah, a little too much.
Chris Sarandon fucking with his guitar. Like,
yeah.
Him doing the fucking duck walk. Like,
God damn it. I hated his character so much. I hate any televangelist, real or fake. Except for the Righteous Gemstones.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no, I guess the show works because I hate them. So I stand by it. Anyway, in a cemetery, there's a crypt with the name Gaines on it.
I did notice that.
Yeah,
William Gaines.
William Gaines is the creator of the Tales from Crypt comic book. Also, Mad Magazine.
Yes. Yeah. Bill Gaines. I have gotten my hands, like, over the years, like, a couple of, like, reprints of those comics. And those are, like, really good comics.
Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, they did a run of, like, the first, like, 10 issues, I think.
Oh, no shit. Because there was Tales from the Crypt, there was Vault of Horror, and there was a third one, too.
Oh, you know what? You know what I'm thinking of? It wasn't a bunch of episodes. Yeah, it wasn't a bunch of issues of Mad. It was the first issue of Mad and the first issue of Tales from the Crypt.
Okay.
And yeah, Vault of Horror.
Because
all the EC comic stuff.
Yeah, there's two other like Crypt Keeper type characters. There's the Crypt Keeper, the Vault Keeper, and I can't remember what the fucking
witch.
third one. Yeah, it's a witch. Yeah.
I think it was just the witch.
And I can't remember what that comic was. It was Tales from the Crypt, Vault of Horror, and like
oh boy,
Tales of Terror maybe or something like that.
You know what? I think it was.
Yeah.
Either that or that was a different comic that came later.
Yeah.
That might be it, because all three of them would be on the cover of each of those.
Yeah. Because they'd have the each character like in a little circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, we're old.
Mm-hmm. Fucking ancient.
Yeah. Oh man. Dennis Miller recalls his role with mixed emotions. While when interviewed about the movie, he showed regret. He remarked how he very much enjoyed shooting the scenes where he was up at 3 a.m. shooting scantily clad prostitutes with superpowers. That's supposed to say super soakers, but
Powers, soakers.
Thanks, autocorrect. Making me sound like a moron. So, he didn't like the movie. He liked being up at 3 a.m. shooting monster vampire prostitutes with super soakers.
There are very few things in my life that I regret. This being one of them. Not something that I did, something that I did not do.
Yeah.
I have an older half sister, and she has a brother. And like I was staying with her like and at her mom's apartment and down in Brooklyn. This is like way the fuck back in like the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And like it was me, Tom, who's been on this podcast, and like my sister had gone to bed. She's very like religious, very like, you know, straight laced.
Yeah.
So it was me, Tom, and
Boring.
her brother.
You said boring.
Yeah, no, I love my sister. She's a great person, just very religious. So yeah, like it's three of us. Like she goes to bed, like immediately, you know, out comes like fucking weed, like yeah.
Yeah.
So like we're hanging out, like just having a good time, drinking, like the three of us. The next morning, fucking Marcus is like, "Oh man," he's like, "Fuck, I forgot." He's like, "Yo, we could have gone and drove around and sprayed hookers with super soakers last night." And I'm like,
What? What the fuck?
"How the fuck did you forget to mention that?"
What the fuck? Just one night though.
Yeah, like why was it that one specific night? And Tom and I were both like, we would have loved to do that. Again, this was the 90s, folks. I was like 18 at the time.
Oh boy.
I was a jerk. But tell me if you didn't get a chance to spray some hookers with super soakers. Like,
No, I'd be hanging out of a car window.
hey! Oh, good lord. Fucking Brooklyn, man, in the 90s.
It's a bad, bad place. Boy. Well, I've lost my train of
That's
thought.
a hard story to top. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Well, show's over. Boy. All right. Woosah. Originally, supposed to be released on a horror-themed weekend, Halloween, a Friday the 13th, etc. But Universal didn't have enough movies slated to be released for the summer of 1996 and opted to release Bordello of Blood in August as a result. Prime horror movie month that August is, man.
Yeah.
You get that warm air blowing through.
That crisp summer fucking heat.
Yeah, you get your fucking muggy nuts. That's what I want to do.
Oh, man. Yeah, I remember this came out like right before school started back up. Because like I remember I was going on vacation, and like when I got back, I think school was starting again.
Yeah.
Like the day after I saw this. Why the fuck I remember that? I have no
I don't know.
idea.
Like, you remember like exactly when you saw a lot of movies.
I have that weird like I can't remember 5 minutes ago, but because I can attach like a movie to a date, I remember everything specifically. Like
Yeah. I don't have that.
Yeah.
Nope. My memory is for shit all around.
Yeah.
I remember stupid trivia facts, which is partially why I do this segment of the show.
I remember movie shit, which is why I do my segment of the show.
Yeah. Yep. Man, it's rough. I don't like being a dum-dum. According to Kim Kondrashoff, Jenkins, the vampire biker,
Okay.
during the filming of the scene where Jenkins arrives on the motorcycle and meets Rafe at the Bordello at night, director Gil Adler got so fed up with Dennis Miller refusing to stick to the script and making up his own lines and improvising that Adler got really mad and started to yell at Miller, cursing, throwing the script in the air with pages flying everywhere, all while Miller just thought it was funny.
Oh my god. That would be infuriating.
You know, I'm not a movie maker, but I would assume that if you have a script that you want to set and follow, but also actors that are really good comics,
Yeah.
you do a script. You do like you film it with them reading the script, and then you film some
them
of them
doing their
ad-libbing.
thing. Yeah. Yeah, it is. You have to find like that medium ground. Like you can't let an actor like always just do improv, and you also can't just like keep them to that script word for word. I mean, like,
Yeah.
granted, I will say there are times when the latter is probably justified, sticking word to word if like a writer has something specific in mind, like they're specifically building to something.
If you need
like,
the cohesion for the story and you need continuity,
yeah,
you have to go with the script.
but yeah, I mean, sometimes like on the fly, somebody can just come up with something better. Like it's not a fucking slight against your writing ability. Like just somebody did something, like somebody improved what you did. Take it as that. Like
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I'm pretty sure Anchorman was like 80% improv.
Yeah.
And it's amazing for it. Let's see here. Director Gil Adler was working on production of the 7th season of the TV show Tales from the Crypt in London. At the same time, he was working on post-production on Bordello of Blood in Los Angeles. This meant Adler had to regularly fly back and forth from Los Angeles to London, which left him feeling exhausted. As Adler recalls from an interview, I would spend 10 days in LA and 10 days in London and go back and forth until I finished the movie. It was nuts. I got to the point where I didn't know where I was.
That's like a 13, 14-hour flight.
Yeah, it's
like,
brutal.
Yeah.
When I got to England, I went right into shooting, and you're working so intensely, even under normal circumstances, it's pretty fatiguing. And after 10 days, I would fly back to LA, do more work on the movie. But even when I was in England, I was getting notes and cuts and things to look at for the editor to adjust. That sounds fucking miserable.
Yeah. Like just basically having no rest. Like he said, working his ass off for 10 straight days.
Yeah.
Taking a 13-hour flight across the globe with no time to recover, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And then
just get right back to work.
Getting right back into that intense work schedule for another 10 days.
Yeah.
And then going on another 13-hour flight.
Yeah. Eat my balls. I would not do that.
Yeah. Fuck that noise.
That's a classic case of biting off more than you can chew.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Maybe this movie suffered for it.
You don't say.
I guess it was post-production, but like still, like, ugh. And our last bit of trivia here: body count. You want to take a guess?
I'm gonna go with 30.
Ooh, very close. 26.
Damn, nice.
Yeah, I would have thought it would have been at least 30.
They mowed down a lot of hooker vampires.
Yeah.
Yep. Just I'm like staring at the screen, like, why don't I see the cursor?
Sure
That's because
don't.
you're looking at the tablet, you moron.
Yep. Look at that butt.
Just random ass.
Yep.
Okay, on to the better known as segment. Starting off with director Gilbert Adler. He actually had a very big. He's actually much more of a producer than he is a director. Mm-hmm. I will start off actually on his directing. He also had some writing credits too. He wrote looks like a total of 11 episodes of the Tales from the Crypt show. He did the screenplay for this movie, Children of the Corn 2, and he did. Looks like he wrote 4 episodes of Freddy's Nightmares, the Nightmare on Elm Street anthology show, which was terrible. As far as directing stuff, he really has not done much. It's mostly TV. I think this is his only movie. Everything else, he did an episode of Charmed, an episode of the late 90s Fantasy Island. Perversions of Science, I vaguely remember from the late 90s.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't think I ever saw an episode. I just remember the name. It sounded cool.
Okay.
And then he directed 2 episodes of Tales from the Crypt and 1 episode of Freddy's Nightmares. As far as the producing stuff, he still has stuff in pre-production now. Mm-hmm. Let's see. He produced Dylan Dog, Dead of Night. You ever seen that movie?
No.
It is actually not a bad movie. It is based on an Italian comic book. He's basically like Italian Constantine, kind of.
Okay.
It's Brandon.
I remember hearing about it, but I never saw it.
Yeah, Brandon Routh is the character. He's like a supernatural investigator, and it's actually a fucking decent movie. Like surprisingly, it looked like it was going to be terrible, and I remember watching it expecting it to suck, and it was actually good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to check that out. PG-13.
Yeah. He also directed the movie Valkyrie with Tom Cruise, which was pretty awesome. Produced, not directed.
Yeah.
He produced Superman Returns. He produced Constantine.
I love Constantine.
Yeah, I still haven't watched that in a very long time. I started reading those Hellblazer comics you let me. I am digging those.
Yeah.
Yeah. He produced Starsky and Hutch, the Ben Stiller, Owen Wilson? Yeah,
Yes.
sure.
And it was bad. It was real bad.
Yeah. This dude is like responsible for that like late 90s, early 2000s like string of like kind of decent horror movies, like low budget horror movies. You've got Ghost Ship.
But remakes.
Yeah, 13 Ghosts, House on Haunted Hill.
Yeah.
And then he did, he produced, directed, and wrote this. He also produced 69 nice episodes of Tales from the Crypt.
Nice.
He also produced Demon Knight, the other Tales from the Crypt movie, and produced 44 episodes of Freddy's Nightmares.
So Homeboy loves horror TV.
Yeah. He also did 13 episodes of The Hitchhiker TV series, which we've mentioned before. It was like a knockoff Twilight Zone. It was like a steamy Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
On to star Dennis Miller. Probably best known from being on Saturday Night Live and doing the Dennis Miller Show on HBO.
Joe Dirt.
Yeah, that's right. He was in both Joe Dirt movies. He's the radio DJ, right? It's interviewing Joe Dirt.
Yep.
Aside from that, he's been in a lot of crap. I mean, like he hasn't been like the biggest thing he's done in the past 7 years was Joe Dirt 2. He played himself on an episode of House of Cards. He did an episode of Hawaii Five-0. He was on an episode of WWE Raw.
I assume he's doing all kinds of stand-up comedy in between all this garbage, though.
Yeah, most likely. He was in the movie Murder in 1600. I think it was a Wesley Snipes movie.
I think you're right.
Yeah. He's on an episode of News Radio, which is an awesome sitcom from the
Sure is.
90s. And of course, he was the Weekend Update anchor on Saturday Night Live for 6 years. I didn't realize he did it that long.
I didn't either.
Yeah. Let's see. Moving on. Erika Eleniak. Probably best known from the original Baywatch cast. She was in the original Baywatch TV movie and like the first couple seasons of the series. I was looking through her IMDb and man, it's
grim.
Yeah, it's not.
It's grim.
The last like notable thing she was in 2010. She was in an episode of Desperate Housewives. She was also in an episode of CSI Miami that year. Really, aside from that,
oh man, Dracula 3000.
Yeah, it's 1,000 better than Dracula 2000.
It's 1,000 more.
Yeah,
that is supposed to be an H.R. Geiger painting.
Yeah,
that it is not.
Is Casper Van Dien Dracula?
Yeah,
no,
he
Van
is.
Helsing. He's Van Helsing.
Oh, babe.
Who plays Dracula?
Langley Kirkwood is Orlok, so I'm gonna say him.
Oh yeah.
Who the fuck is Langley Kirkwood?
No fucking idea.
Fucking Casper Van Dien.
Banshee, Warrior. I've heard of the shows he's been on. No clue. Anyway, we are investing way too much time and energy into finding out who this dude is, so I'm going to go back to the back to our subject, Erika Eleniak. Aside from the Baywatch stuff, she's also probably best known as the girl in Under Siege with Steven Seagal. She is the playmate on the battleship.
Oh yeah.
Steven Seagal.
How much do you want to bet he was hitting on her relentlessly?
Probably nonstop. I'm going to say, yeah, most likely. She was also on some. I'm sorry. She was also in the Blob, the 1980s Blob. That we talked
shit!
about. Yeah, forgot to mention that.
Episode 3.
Yeah, that's way back. She was on a couple episodes of Charles in Charge. I am almost positive she was Scott Baio's girlfriend on those episodes. Silver Spoons, The New Leave It to Beaver. She was in E.T. And her very first credit is a Star Wars Underoos commercial. She's
wow.
C-3PO girl. Which I didn't realize they would plaster onto a pair of panties, but okay.
They would put it on anything. You know that.
That's true, yeah. Angie Everheart. Also, not in a lot of great stuff.
No. No.
Not here to work shame anybody, but I had to search back. The last notable thing that she was really in was Payback in 2007 with Mel Gibson.
Ugh.
Yeah, that was a decent movie at the time. It was before we learned who Mel Gibson really was.
Yeah.
Let's see. Aside from that...
That movie is called Gun Blast Vodka.
Yes, it is.
That's amazing. I'm not even bullshitting. That's an amazing title for a thing.
Pretty sure it's my favorite scent of Axe body spray also. Let's see. I'm still trying to find anything like anybody might have heard of.
Oh, Caroline in the City.
Caroline in the City, Third Rock from the Sun. So she had 2 stints on NBC sitcoms there.
Oh boy, another 9.5 weeks.
Yeah, she was in the sequel to 9.5 Weeks.
Aerosmith video.
Falling in Love is Hard on the Knees. Her
Last
first
Action
credit,
Hero.
Yeah, his Last Action Hero. Video Babe.
I don't love that movie the way a lot of people love that movie.
I do enjoy that movie.
I enjoy it,
Yeah.
but
There's
some motherfuckers that love that movie.
That's a go-to like throw-on movie for me, like a Saturday afternoon or something.
Yeah.
If I want something on in the background. Moving on to Chris Sarandon, we have talked about him before. He was Jerry Dandridge in Fright Night. Sorry, that was also one of our early episodes. I think that was like episode 11 or 12, maybe.
Yeah, it was the low teens.
Yeah, might have even been 10, to be honest with you. He is best known, of course, as the voice of Jack Skellington.
The speaking voice, not the singing voice.
Yeah. That's Danny Elfman, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure is.
So yeah, we don't really need to invest much time in him, as we have discussed.
Have you seen Danny Elfman lately?
They showed he did some played a couple sets at Coachella this year. I remember seeing pictures of him. Yeah,
he is frightening looking. I don't know, it's so hard to describe him right now. He's saggy and ripped at the same time.
Yeah,
his face, kind of has that carrot top thing going on.
Yeah,
and he's covered in Maori tattoos.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah,
I just don't get it.
Let's see. Moving on to Aubrey Morris. He was the doorman in this. I'm trying to get his name here.
Oh yeah.
McCutcheon. His last role before passing away in 2015 was on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Excuse me. He was also on three episodes, that's a better word, I am not Canadian, of Deadwood, which is an awesome Western show.
I think we have sucked that show's dick a few times.
In terms of more modern Westerns, it's Tombstone, then Deadwood.
Yeah.
Or maybe,
whoa.
Yeah, I'm going to cut out Unforgiven.
Yeah. Oh, man. Don't make me choose between Tombstone and Unforgiven.
No,
they're
I think Tombstone is...
They're right there at the same level for me.
I might put Tombstone a little bit higher.
I love how dark Unforgiven is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a dark
Most people
movie.
don't realize you're rooting for the villain in that movie. Yeah.
Yep.
Fucking Gene Hackman, not the villain.
Villainous good guy, sure.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on. But yeah, those are the holy triumvirate, I would say, of modern day Westerns.
Yeah.
I don't even want to sell short fucking...
No,
True Grit was awesome.
True Grit was good.
310
to Yuma was good. But Deadwood's better than those.
Yeah.
Deadwood's a fucking experience. It's really all there is to it.
Which sounds like a line right out of that show, to be honest with you. Deadwood is a fucking experience. I could see Al swearing just saying.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, Deadwood is a fucking experience.
Right after he shoots a fucking kidney stone out.
Yeah.
That was brutal. Yeah. Brutal. Come on, piss, you son of a bitch.
Oh, man. Oh. Anyway, he was also on Boy Meets World.
Oh, that's right. We were talking about somebody.
Speaking of segues, was on an episode of Babylon 5. Let's see. He was also in an episode of Tales from the Crypt. Freddy Until Death. Let's see if we can... Well, what do you know? A gold-digging
landowner.
To woo a haughtily rich young woman.
Oh, that's... Yeah. That's the one. It's the love potion.
Yeah.
And it says she'll love you forever.
Yeah, even after death or something like that.
Like she comes back as a zombie.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I remember that.
I think we talked about that last time we talked about Tales from the Crypt, because that was one of those episodes that like stuck with me.
He was... Oh, I just saw it and it went away. Whatever. He was on an episode of Sledgehammer, which we've mentioned at length. He was on an episode of Alien Nation, the TV series. But... most importantly, in 1986 and in 1989, he was on 2 episodes of Murder, She Wrote.
Yes.
Last week, I think we had off. We had no Murder, She Wrote. Was it the last 2 weeks?
Yeah, I think it was. It's been a little bit.
Yeah. Man, these are getting, like, infrequent now, which is...
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Mantis is taking over.
Yeah. Let's see. He's in the movie Life Force. Which I saw like on a recent list of like underrated 80s horror movies, which yeah. Granted, it's been like 30 years since I've seen that movie, but whatever.
I don't even know what it is, my man.
Space vampires, basically.
Oh, sweet.
He was in the show Space 1999 with Martin Landau, who we talked about on our
bullshit.
Throw me that whiskey. I'm not going near that fucking thing. One of them burned me on Return of Shandu.
Oh, Bella will stand over here. That movie's so fucking good.
That limey cocksucker can burn in hell. I love Martin Landau in that movie, in case we didn't make that clear on the Edwin episode. Oh, he was also in A Clockwork Orange. He was Deltoid. That sounds like he might have been one of the Droogs.
I don't think that was.
Really?
I don't think so.
Huh. I don't know. It sounds like a
Deltoid.
Yeah, like a thug name. He was in Murder, She Wrote. Do we really care about anything else?
I mean, going this far, no, it's just English.
Yeah, we're in
English
the 60s, yeah. Moving on. Phil Fondacaro. This dude, he's been in a ton of stuff. You have seen him probably here or there. Like, there's not a lot of dwarf actors, so, like, there's really, like, 3 or 4 of them that you see, like, in a ton of stuff, and he is one of them.
Yeah.
Let's see. He did a voice on the Polar Express.
Oh, you just skip right over Evil Bong, huh?
I did, because, we're going to be talking about that movie at some point in the future.
We have to, yeah.
I did a voice on the Polar Express, was in an episode of CSI, Original Flavor, was on an episode of the 90s classic Walker, Texas Ranger.
Is he dead?
Probably. Hasn't been anything since 2013. No, maybe not.
Just retired? Must have just retired.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see. Walker, Texas Ranger, Touched by an Angel. He was in a bunch of episodes of Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
That's Roland.
A couple episodes of Sliders,
Wow.
which is a 90s sci-fi series with Jerry O'Connell and Jonathan Rhys Davies. Yeah.
Yes.
The guy who played
Gimli.
Thank you. He was in the Hercules TV series in the 90s.
I need to point this out because it's a compulsion for us Lord of the Rings people that when you bring up anything to do with those movies, I have to give you a trivia fact.
Did you know?
Did you know that John Rhys Davies plays a dwarf in Lord of the Rings, being one of the shortest, aside from the hobbits, people in the party, but as an actor is the tallest.
I did not know that.
Now you know.
He's also Sala in
Indiana Jones.
Raiders of the Lost Ark, yeah. He's in the third one, too, I believe. Last Crusade.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. He's
Hercules.
Vincent Prather in this one. He's in Hellraiser Bloodline. That's the space Hellraiser.
Yes, it is.
He is also in an episode of Tales from the Crypt, Food for Thought. Let's see what this one's about. A psychic clown and a part-time cook who abuses his assistant and wife learns that she's having an affair, of course, with a fire eater and plans to run off with him.
If that is not the most Tales from the Crypt synopsis I've ever heard in my fucking life.
Yeah. Psychic clown, check. You have circus freaks, yep, check. Marital infidelity, check.
Do you remember the episode that shows the origin of the Crypt Keeper?
Yes, yeah, his parents, his dad was like the Elephant Man type of thing.
Yeah.
And his mom was a mummy.
Yep.
I did see that one. God damn it!
Jesus.
Lower Birth is the name of that episode. That's right, he was in an episode of Married with Children. That's right, he was an alien. They steal Al's socks as fuel for their ship.
What the fuck?
Like he keeps seeing these aliens coming into the house in the middle of the night, and like nobody believes him.
Yeah.
And like they're stealing his socks. And, like so he tries to set a trap for them, but like he ends up like
Fuck.
Yeah, he ends up like getting along with them. Like he starts talking to them, and like they like. I just remember that they take pictures together at one point. Like he's doing like the football pose, and they're all like, they're all like. Yeah.
That show's so good.
Oh yeah.
Quantum Leap.
Yeah, he was in an episode of Quantum Leap, an episode of Superboy, the TV series.
Boy.
He's in the '80s classic comedy "I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker," with Keenan Ivory Wayans. Is that the one with Crooked Pot, like crooked joints? Oh God, he is in the movie Willow, which I am very much looking forward to that series that's coming out.
I am, but I'm also hesitant. I love the movie so much.
Yeah. But I think they're going to do it justice. Like they're trying hard to like get everybody involved in it, like from the original. Like you know, the preview looks fucking awesome for sure.
Does it?
Yeah. Tales from the Dark Side, he did an episode of, which we just mentioned, in one of those late '80s, early '90s like horror anthology shows.
So that episode he's in is called The Yattering and Jack.
Yeah.
I believe that is a Clive Barker story.
All right, let's check it out. Clive Barker is the writer.
Woo!
Okay. Happy-go-lucky salesman Jack Polo receives a Yuletide visit from the 3.5-foot-tall Yattering, a snarling horned demon that wants to claim Jack's soul.
Yeah.
Nice. He plays the Yattering.
I want to say that was in the Books of Blood collection. It was either that or... Oh boy, there's another collection of his short stories. I can't remember the title of it. Either way, it's Clive Barker. So
Yeah.
there you go. It's gonna be fucking weird.
He is in the legendary Garbage Pail Kids movie, which
Which is so bad.
yeah, I've never seen it. I remember it used to be on like WPIX every now and again.
You've never seen? Oh,
Yeah, I know it is like legendarily horrible.
yeah.
He's in the sequel to Ghoulies, one of our early episodes.
I still have no idea how that happened.
Currently our 10th most popular episode, the Ghoulies episode.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think number one is still Godzilla and Godzilla or Frankenstein.
Yeah, it's Godzilla, Frankenstein, The Thing, Candyman, and I think The Blob is number 5. No, I'm sorry. It's a newer one actually.
If you're going by YouTube views, it's definitely Warm Bodies
Yeah, it's number one because people think it's the movie.
by like 300 views.
It is not the movie, folks.
No, sorry.
He is in the movie Troll. Troll and Troll 2 are notoriously horrible 80s horror movies.
Yes, they are.
Did a voice in The Black Cauldron. He played an Ewok in Return of the Jedi. I could have sworn that he was in like one of the either like the Explorers or Time Bandits, like one of those fucking movies.
I guess not.
The fuck is that from? Nope, that's definitely not it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Oh,
Maybe I'm just being dwarfist. I don't know.
you must be.
Yeah, I could have sworn he was in one of those.
Nope.
Anyway,
What are you telling me? You see one little person, you see them all?
they all look alike.
Yeah.
The War Next Door. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, you clicked on something.
Control Shift T. What the fuck did I do? Yeah, I don't know where that came from. So we're just gonna go right on by.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't go
Close
there. Yeah. Bang. Eli Gabe, who was played Miguel in this movie. He was the annoying. Well, the whole gang was annoying, but he's one of the.
Yeah.
He was the one of the two surviving.
Was he the Kangol hat guy? I think he was.
No, he was the other guy, the annoying like.
Oh. The black guy?
No, he's like I don't know if he's like tweaking or what, but he's like he talks kind of weird. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
He was like that dude in The Fifth Element.
Yes.
Give me the cash.
Yeah. I think he looked Hispanic. This is one of those bad fucking effect scenes. The nurse, her back like fizzing out.
Yeah. Yeah, it was not good.
Oh God, that's bad.
There's Whoopi Goldberg.
Let's see. This person was on 2 episodes of Riverdale on CW. Also did an episode of Legends of Tomorrow. Let's see, and an episode of The Flash. So they're killing the CW shows. Also did an episode of the Inhumans.
I wish CW would kill the CW shows.
I'm pretty sure they have. I think they're all gone at this point.
Good.
I think The Flash is the only one hanging in there. He's in the Inhumans show on ABC, which is notoriously the worst product, a modern product with a Marvel Studios stamp on it.
Yeah?
Like they just pretend it doesn't exist.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Let's see. Black Lagoon TV series. All right. Dragon Tales. There had to have been a reason I saved this person.
I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, they were on an episode of Stargate. 2 episodes of Stargate SG-1. Episode of the 90s Outer Limits. Viper, the NBC Knight Rider ripoff.
Yeah, it certainly was.
Lonesome Dove.
Cobra. Oh, TV series.
Yeah, not the movie.
No
Car
Cobra.
54, Where Are You movie. I used to watch the shit out of that show on Nick at
This
Night.
is fucking grim, dude.
Kung Fu, The Legend Continue. I was just blowing through these. My Secret Identity. I think that's why.
Oh.
We've mentioned that show before. It was a Jerry O'Connell show.
Yeah. He was also on Highlander.
Yeah. Fucking Highlander, the TV series.
I love that show. I loved it.
Yeah, I used to watch the shit out of that. Remember the movie they did? I completely forgot. There was the crossover movie with both Duncan and Connor.
Yeah, that was
Legacy? Highlander Legacy?
I think it was the 3rd movie. The 3rd or the 4th?
4th. Because the 3rd one's the one with Mario Van Peebles.
Oh, that's right.
Which was
'cause
somehow
the 4th
worse than Highlander 2.
Because the 4th one was the one with the stasis pods or whatever, right? And or maybe that was the 5th one.
I think that was because I think the 4th one was the one with the 2 of them. And there's I think
No, they were both in another one because there was one where
One where Duncan dies. Doesn't he?
There was one where Connor was in a stasis.
Or Connor dies. Duncan is the TV show one, right? Or
Yeah.
no?
Yes.
Yeah. So Connor dies in one of them. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I think he does. Yeah. Yeah. Because I think that Duncan takes Connor's head to
To get his power.
To fight
Whatever the bad guy was.
Fucking crazy bad guy.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've watched any but the first one.
That's really all they really need to watch is the first one.
Yeah.
I haven't watched that one in quite a while. I'm due.
Watch fucking Scottish ass man play a Spaniard.
And watch a Frenchman play a Scotsman.
Yeah. That's a little more.
At least they're in the same continent.
Little more
they're
doable.
also on the same continent, but whatever.
At least he tried to do an accent.
He's a Spaniard by way of Egypt, as spoken by a Scotsman.
Yeah.
Let's see. Matt Hill, who was... Let me just get who they were in this movie first.
Oh, he was he was the guy that caught the dart in the nuts.
Okay, yeah, one of the gang guys. Jesus Christ, come on.
Reggie,
there we go.
Reggie's done a ton of cool shit. BT dubs.
Okay. Oh, yeah. That's why he's on here. He's done a lot of voice work. A lot of like cartoons and video games. He was Raphael in is it the Third Turtles? Yeah.
Yes, but I think he was actually in the suit, not doing the voice.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
A lot of anime.
A lot of anime work, yeah. My Little Pony. Pac-Man's Ghostly Adventures. They made a fucking Pac-Man cartoon.
Oh, they certainly did. My children watched it.
Really?
Yeah. Now ask me if it was any good.
Was it any good? I remember the 80s Pac-Man cartoon, but like there was a ton of Pac-Man shit in the 80s.
Well, that's because you had Pac-Man fever.
Yeah. I had Pac-Man bed sheets.
I had Pac-Man 2 on Sega Genesis.
Damn.
The New Adventure. It was like
a side scroller.
It was just like a side scroller kind of point and click adventure game.
A lot of voice work. Ed and Eddie, finally one we
he was Ed.
Recognize. Care Bears. Ed. Yeah, he's Ed in the series as well.
Yeah.
Man, that was on for 9 years. Damn.
I loved that show. I watched a lot of.
That was like I never specifically watched it, but like at that time, like going out on like a Friday or Saturday night, we'd always like pregame beforehand and just throw on Cartoon Network and like like that was always on, like Johnny Bravo, Powerpuff Girls,
all the cartoons.
Yeah, like all the shit you would just like were just the goofy shows that were like hilarious to adults also for some reason.
Yep, because they were fucking weird.
Yeah, we used to watch the shit out of the Powerpuff Girls.
I did too, and I always felt weird about it. Like then I realized, like, oh no, this show is not actually just for girls.
Yeah.
Dad here. Nothing is really just for girls. If you like it, you like it.
Yeah.
Just don't be weird about it.
Exactly.
That's all.
That's all you really need to do is just not be weird. Lot of anime.
Yeah,
Mobile Suit Gundam,
ton of
Inuyasha, Transformers, Energon from 2004. A lot of Mobile Suit Gundam.
Mucha Lucha.
He did the Dead Like Me TV series. He did an episode of that in 2004.
Def Jam, Fight for New York.
NBA Street. I remember those games.
Woof.
Oh, he was Havoc in the X-Men Evolution cartoon from the early 2000s. An excellent X-Men cartoon. That's the one where they were all in high school.
Oh, yeah.
He was the voice of Beachhead in G.I. Joe Spy Troops, the movie, in 2003.
Why?
Did Inuyasha, the series, in the early 2000s. Super Duper Sumos.
there's so much weird shit. Like,
So much anime. Cartoon Fridays.
that's right.
Yeah, Ed. Seriously, like, I spent a good portion of, like, Fridays and Saturday evenings, like, in the late 90s and early 2000s watching those cartoons and, like, playing, like, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on, like, Dreamcast.
Oh,
Like,
boy. No, I really liked Ed, Ed and Eddie. Johnny Bravo was good for me. Loved Cow and Chicken. Cow and Chicken for me felt like the spiritual successor to Ren and Stimpy.
yeah, I could see that. It's back in the days when you would get drunk before you would go out to get drunk.
Yep. Now we just sit home and get drunk.
Yeah. Simplified it.
Yeah. Took a step out.
This dude has done a lot of voice work.
Oh shit, he was on Ronin Warriors.
All right.
Oh, I loved Ronin Warriors.
88 to 95. No shit. Damn. He did an episode of The X-Files. He was a voice on Street Sharks,
Sick.
which is the second time Street Sharks has come up today. Actually, it was on Attack of the Show earlier.
Was it really?
They had a segment. They were debating what was the better Ninja Turtles ripoff.
Yeah.
Battletoads or Street Sharks.
Oh, Street Sharks.
Street Sharks won. Yeah. The winning, I think, fact was that
Battletoads is the better game. Street Sharks is the better show.
yeah, in was it 98 or no, it might have been 94. That's when the show was on. Whatever year it was, it beat Power Rangers as far as like toy sales. Like that's how popular it was.
Well, yeah, because the Street Sharks had the cool puppets.
Yeah. Fatal Fury, the motion picture. I didn't realize they made a movie out of that terrible fighting game.
Hey.
It wasn't terrible, but it was B-rate at best.
I'll give you that.
Captain N. He was the voice of Captain N.
Ugh.
I know for a fact that this show does not hold up.
Oh yeah, went back for seconds on that one.
Yeah, I think they played it on the not the Family Channel, ABC Family, or like one of those iterations of like things that it became before it became Freeform.
Really, because I was thinking about trying to find it to watch it. Yeah,
it's not good.
Let it live in your memories.
Yeah, there was a time. It was 89 to 91 that was on. So I was 10 to like 12 years old when it was on.
Yeah,
it was the best Saturday morning cartoon. Like, hands down. Because it was Saturday morning cartoons, and it was fucking Nintendo.
Yeah.
And it was, like, all the cool characters. You had Simon Belmont, Mega Man, like...
Yeah, but they fucked them all up. I remember for a fact that Simon Belmont was garbage.
He was like
he was like Indiana Jones, but, like, stupid.
Yeah, he was stupid, like, pretty... He was Launchpad, basically.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. He was Launchpad Whip Crack. I'm sorry, I'll be leaving.
But yeah, that cartoon was the shit. The villains were Mother Brain, King Hippo, and the Eggplant Wizard.
Yep. What the fuck was the Eggplant Wizard from?
Kid Icarus. Who was also one of the characters on the show.
Yeah. There was a back in the day when we had web comics.
Those of you who don't know, those were terrible comics. You would go onto the web to read.
Not all terrible. There were so many that you would eventually find good ones. There were websites like keenspace.com that would house all of them. They were like a hosting platform. There was one called Captain SNES, and it was a pixel comic. I don't know if you remember Pixel Comics.
Yeah.
It was that, but it was all Super Nintendo 16-bit shit, and it was filthy, and a guy basically following the same like kind of guideline as Captain N was like super gamer and gets sucked into the video games.
Yeah.
It was a good one. Huh. So if you ever hear me utter the phrase "Sweet Christmas," that's stupid fresh. It comes from Captain SNES.
Sweet Christmas is a Luke Cage phrase. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, this dude did a lot of voice work over the years. But yeah, Captain, I didn't even notice that my first time through.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Moving right along.
Eric Keenly side.
That's a fucking name.
Yeah, before we started recording, one of the best lines in this movie. He's like the sheriff of the town.
Noonan.
Yeah,
Noonan.
It's him. They're in the. It's Dennis Leary, Erika Eleniak, and him. They're in the police station.
It's not Dennis Leary.
Dennis Miller.
Yeah.
Dennis Miller. There we go. And like they're trying to tell him about the Bordello, and like he's eating like fucking Dinty Moore like beef stew from a fucking can, and it's just getting all over his shirt. And yeah, Dennis Miller just goes, "Could you maybe get some of that fucking stew into your head for a change?" Like.
That is the best line in the movie. I actually laughed out loud when I fucking heard it.
Yeah. Oh man, this dude is still in stuff. He apparently is the mayor of Smallville on Superman and Lois, which that show is still on one of the CW shows. I will say, pretty fucking decent. Surprisingly, it is the end of the second season. So, judging by the history of Greg Berlanti shows, this show will now suck going forward.
Oh yeah,
yeah. 2 seasons and then they just start to suck.
Is that kind of Lois and Clark?
No, it's the two of them, but they're like older, they're married, and they have like kids. And like
weird.
They moved back to Smallville. It's not as weird as you would expect.
Yeah.
It actually works pretty damn good. And like I haven't finished up the second season, but they did like the first season they introduced like fucking John Henry Irons like Steel.
Yeah.
Which was like I didn't even realize that's who they were introducing. They did it like so like kind of stealth and like under the radar. I'm like, oh no shit. Like that's pretty cool. They did Bizarro on the second season, which is pretty cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
I love Bizarro.
Yeah.
Fucking Loudermilk. Oh, I love that show so much.
I don't remember that show.
I need more of it.
So...
Yeah, I don't know if you're a Ron Livingston kind of guy.
Yeah, Ron Livingston of Office Space.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Will Sasso.
What channel was this on?
IFC.
One of the Farrelly brothers created it? Jesus, I have never heard of this.
I want to say it was IFC.
Sounds like it'd be hilarious.
Dude, it's hilarious and like heart-wrenching at the same time. It's so fucking good.
Huh.
Like, so Loudermilk, the character of Loudermilk, when you meet him, he is running like an AA program, but it's not AA.
Yeah.
It's just another form of that. But he used to be like a music critic, but he's just like this bitter old cranky fucking man.
Huh, okay.
Very much in the same vein as oh Jesus Christ, John Cusack in one of my favorite movies,
High Fidelity,
that I've forgotten the name of. High Fidelity.
Yeah, yeah.
So like that kind of like snarky wit, but like just like nasty to everybody.
Nice. Yeah, that sounds like it would be totally like my type of show.
It's fantastic. 3 seasons. I need more. Like I fucking need it.
And let's see, anything else notable? Who are we even talking about? Oh yeah.
But anyway, like this guy played the head priest at the church that he does his group at.
Okay, yeah, he's in 18 episodes.
Yeah.
Huh. He's in iZombie. He's in the most recent Twilight Zone redo. He was in the series of Unfortunate Events show on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. He's Once Upon a Time on ABC. He was in 7 episodes of that.
I wonder if we have talked about this guy before.
It's possible. It's not ringing a bell.
No, but well, a lot of these things that he's been in.
Yeah, 2014 Godzilla. It's in The Killing TV series on AMC.
It's in Supernatural. 2 episodes of Supernatural. It was on Fringe?
He was on Fringe, which I keep meaning to start watching over. That was an awesome, awesome show.
I have to rewatch it because it turned out to not be the show that I was kind of expecting.
Yeah.
I was looking for more of like an X-Files-y kind of thing, which it started off as.
It starts off, and then, it gets more into like an overarching like story.
Yeah.
But
So,
it was really good.
I gotta give it another shot. Slapshot 3.
No, thank you.
Oof.
No, thank you.
No, I'll just watch the first one, please.
Yeah. Yep. Don't need the second one. Don't need the third one. It's an episode of Masters of Horror.
The Black Cat. Who did that? Was that
Let's see.
Fulci? No, that wasn't Fulci. Fulci did Fulci did Jennifer, right?
Stuart Gordon.
Oh, okay.
Jeffrey Combs is in it. The hell is
Yeah, Stuart Gordon did Reanimator,
Oh, okay.
right? I'm pretty sure.
Well, let's see. I was just taking your word for it. Yeah, Reanimator.
Yep.
From Beyond. Isn't that another
It was also H.P. Lovecraft, yep.
Yeah. Fortress.
Yeah.
Huh, all right.
Oh man.
Yeah, we're still on this, dude.
We sure are.
These are really moving slow tonight. I apologize.
They are.
folks. It's an episode of Smallville.
Everybody sucks.
Yeah, he was in the movie Freddy Got Fingered.
No thanks. I still haven't seen it. I didn't want to see it.
I've never seen it. Yeah,
I didn't want to see it when it came out. I don't want to see it now.
I worked at the theater when it came out, and yeah, still haven't seen it.
Yeah, fuck all that.
Did an episode of The X-Files. You know what? We're wrapping this dude up.
I think we're done here.
Yeah. He definitely wasn't in Murder, She Wrote, so we're just gonna... Yeah.
No, he was not.
All right, 3 more to go. Kim Kondrashov. He played Jenkins, the guy trying to lure people into the Bordello.
Best goddamn piece of ass you'll ever have.
He was in Supernatural. He was in the most recent remake of The Stand.
Cool.
He was in Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction.
I used to watch a lot of that.
He was in the X-Files spinoff, The Lone Gunman. Stargate SG-1. I have never seen Stargate, and I've never seen any of those shows.
Really?
Not a second of any of them.
The movie's great. I have seen very little of the show. Friend of the show, Arthur, loves Stargate. Like all flavors of Stargate.
Yeah.
He's watched all of it. I think Stargate is, for him, Star Trek for me.
Oh, I started watching Brave New Worlds.
Fucking sweet.
Man, I'm digging that show.
That's got the character of the old shit.
Yeah, I am not the hugest...
Without all the lens flare?
Yeah, I'm not the hugest Star Trek fan, but man, I am loving that show.
Yeah.
I think I'm on episode 3 now.
It's gone back to its roots.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although I have to finish Discovery before I go any further, because a buddy at work was telling me like shit that happens in Discovery actually leads into the start of Brave
they've
New
talked
Worlds.
about they've mentioned things that have happened in Discovery. So I'm like, fuck. Now do I have to go watch Discovery? Like,
Yeah, I gotta do. I want to see.
I'm just gonna keep watching it. I'm gonna watch this, and then I'm gonna watch Picard season 2, and then I'll go back and get Discovery.
Yeah, there's so much Trek out right now, and I want them to slow it down. Just fucking slow down.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to burn out on it the way I did everything else I love.
But Strange New Worlds, folks. You heard it here. 2 thumbs up, man.
And our lights are flickering in the studio here.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
All right.
That's not okay.
Yeah, damn it, I didn't get to watch an episode of that. I've been like trying to watch no more than 1 episode a day. I only started like two days ago, literally.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, it's definitely fun. I haven't seen more than 4 episodes, I think,
Okay.
because then my buddy was like, "Yeah, you got to finish Discovery first." So I was like, "All right."
Let's see. Robin Douglas. She was, I think, like a waitress in the bar towards the beginning. Do we care?
Oh, was she the one flirting with Corey Feldman there?
I don't remember. When we were sitting here, I noticed her in the bar.
Okay.
She brought them drinks. She was also
Yeah.
in Fringe.
And The Librarians. That's a difficult show to watch.
I want to say Erika Eleniak was also in The Librarians.
Thematically and the idea of it, I love it. But the actual fucking show, nigh unwatchable.
I know why we saved her.
Oh yeah, that's right.
She was in an episode of Mantis.
Yeah.
We definitely have to do an episode on the first episode of Mantis.
Fuck you, Sam Raimi.
He is one of the creators of this. I completely forgot. Carl Lumley is the fucking star.
The fuck is Carl Lumley?
Carl Lumley was on Alias. Most notably, the last big thing he was in was the Falcon and the Winter Soldier miniseries. He plays he plays a guy who, after Captain America went missing, the U.S. government like experimented on him with super soldier serum.
Yeah.
And like basically made him Captain America, but did not give him like any of the credit or any of the fanfare. They had him like, doing missions and stuff, and then like basically when he was no longer of use, they threw him in jail, like because he was
in jail.
Yeah, because they didn't want like the secret to get out of like that they had the super soldier, like it was there's a Marvel miniseries they did back in the early 2000s called Truth, where this story first came up.
Yeah.
And basically they just shit on this guy because he's a black guy.
Yeah.
Like he's not, the fucking blonde-haired, blue-eyed fucking, Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
Like, he was a second-class citizen in their eyes, so they experimented on him and then just, like, threw him away when they were done with him.
Awesome.
And, like, that's the character he plays in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And, like, he's telling Sam Wilson, like,
Okay.
do not pick up that shield. Like, you do not want that shield. Like, nothing good will happen to you because of you having that shield and like the fact that you're black. Like, he's like, trust me. Like, I know I've, paid for it. Like, like, don't fucking do it.
Okay.
So yeah, it's pretty fucking, he's pretty fucking good role. That's a pretty good role. He's really good in it.
How do you think he was in Mantis?
Not that. Fucking best show on TV, goddammit.
We'll find out.
Yeah. Rav Tour is our last entry in this movie. He was the bartender at the bar.
Okay.
He was in the Highlander TV series. He also on Sliders, which we just mentioned a little while ago, was in the La Femme Nikita TV series.
Yeah.
And I think that's really about it.
Relic Hunter.
Yeah, Relic
Wow.
Hunter. Another big Canadian show. And that's really about it. And that will do it for our Better Known As segment for this evening.
Oh, my God.
That was an epic.
Let's go down to the crapshoot.
Yeah. I will say, if I hope this is not your first foray into Tales from the Crypt if you're listening to this.
Oh my God, no!
Yeah.
Just watch the show. I have a feeling we're gonna get around to Demon Night.
Yeah. I think we have that on the board.
It might be on the board.
I think
right
it still
now.
is on the board. Yeah.
We'll probably get around to that. We'll probably be disappointed by that as well.
Yeah,
Just instead of Dennis Miller, we'll have Billy Zane.
Wasn't the key in this movie also in that movie?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. I forgot to bring that up.
They were going to make a trilogy of movies.
Yeah, where that was like the MacGuffin.
And then this one flopped so fucking hard. They were like, well,
We're done.
We're done.
Shut it down.
We're done with that.
Yeah.
Plus, the show was in its last season, I think.
Yeah, I think the show got canned like right after this, or like maybe right before this.
Yeah, because I think because I'm pretty sure it's in the trivia he was working on the 7th season, and I think it only had 7 seasons.
Yeah.
So when this movie was in post-production, they were filming the last season. So then this movie shitting the bed probably helped them make the decision that the show was gonna go away.
Yeah. Post-production for this probably would have been like in the spring or like early summer of '96. So like,
Yeah.
they're probably shooting those episodes to air like in the summer of '96.
Yeah.
God damn, I loved that show.
Yeah. That's why I acquired it.
Legally.
I have the first 3 seasons on DVD. And you can't prove I don't have the other ones. But oh man. Oh, so we're going camping tomorrow,
Yes.
and I'm going to explain to you the subtle differences between me and my wife. My wife has a giant list of things that we need to bring, things we need to purchase or find in the house, such as food, supplies, things like candles, grill, things like
The fuck do you need candles for?
like bug candles, like citronelle candles, fishing poles, all kinds of food and snacks and
You want to
drinks.
borrow one? I got one over there.
What's that?
Fishing pole.
Oh no, we've got plenty. That's my wife. Her and her friend went, like, they made a list together. We went shopping today. We got all the things. When I packed my bag, I got a 30-pack of PBR,
Yeah, as one should.
2 sets of clothes, a couple of books, and a speaker, a Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you need. Booze, food, a place to sleep, and music. Like, that's really all you need for a camping trip.
Yep. I brought Women by Charles Bukowski because I'm like 2/3 of the way through that, so I'll finish that probably. And then I have Ham on Rye, which is the next in the Henry Chinaski book series by Bukowski. So I brought both of those. I'm not bringing anything else to like entertain myself with, because
You got music? Yeah.
I've got music. I know they're bringing like Uno or whatever, so probably play a few hands of that.
You think 30 rack is enough?
No,
Yeah.
but I brought a 30 rack. I got a 30 rack, and her friend Hannah and her boyfriend Jeff, they're bringing. I think they got like a 24-pack of Corona. So between that, the 30 rack, the 24 of Corona, and the bottle of whiskey that I plan on bringing,
I was going to say, yeah, you definitely need a bottle of something. Yeah.
I'm gonna be good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be drunk for 3 days.
I remember the last time I went camping, we might have eaten some mushrooms. And then, like, in the middle of all that.
I thought about maybe talking to some people, but
Yeah, in the middle of all that, we had a bottle of SoCo.
ew.
And somebody was like, let's take a fucking shot. And I just remember taking a drink of the SoCo and just being like, this is the most delicious thing I've ever tasted in my life.
Oh no.
Yeah, we were just like, oh my God. Like, everybody was like, let me try that. And they're like, oh my God, you're right. This is really good. To the point where, like, chugging fucking SoCo.
Oh no.
I was the only one who did not barf their brains out. But for some reason, it was delicious.
I mean,
man.
it's mostly syrup anyway.
It was liquid candy. Like,
Yeah.
it was, yeah.
There's so much sugar in that. Hey, it's Dad again. If anybody tells you that Southern Comfort is whiskey,
It's not.
it's not. It's whiskey flavored liqueur, and you can tell them that to their face.
Yeah. That was I just remember later on that night, like, we were.
Man, those spins must have been epic.
Yeah, we were maybe 50 feet from the water. And, like, I remember later that night after it got dark, we were sitting by the fire, like, hey, let's go down to the water. We'll chill by the water. Mm-hmm. And, like, I remember I was, like, the one leading the way. Like, I just get up, fucking start marching towards the water, hold my flashlight up, and I just see fucking a wall of trees. I'm just like, well, I don't remember how to get to the water. Like, yeah, somebody else lead the way. And we never made it to the water.
Nope.
Like,
follow your ears. I would, but they're still on my head.
yeah, we could continue into this and never be seen again, or we could just turn right back around. Yeah.
What is that noise? Is that the table? What the fuck was that?
That was weird.
It was weird.
Something was vibrating, yeah.
I don't think my phone was ringing.
No, it wasn't a phone. It was like,
Yeah.
it was something, it was either like one of our mic stands, I think.
Could have been. Oh. I'm going to say fuck it.
It's gone now.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, final words of wisdom. Watch this movie if you cannot get your hands on any other vampire movie.
Yeah, I would say watch this movie, like, if you've watched all of the Tales from the Crypt episodes, and then you're like, man, I could really, like, go for, like, another episode. I wish there was one more.
Yeah,
and then you can watch this.
Really all this is.
Yeah.
And if, like I said before, if that's what they're going for, they nailed it. But I would think them doing a movie format version of the show, they would want to put more oomph into it, and they really don't. Like, there's nothing that much higher quality about any of this. Like, even the film quality looks like it was filmed for the HBO show.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, everything about it, like, even, like, the set designs, just everything about it is the quality of the
It's like they
HBO
used
show.
the same equipment.
Yeah. I mean, clearly they didn't, though. I mean, one was in London, one was in California, you know? But, no, they wouldn't have used the same crew because that crew was working on the show at that point.
Yeah.
Huh. Maybe it's because it's the same producers, they have the same equipment and stuff. That's why it looks very similar. Yeah.
I'm not sure. Huh. I just know that I was disappointed.
Yeah.
Let me down. Done let me down. Bruce. I'm going to say that's a good place to wrap it up.
Yeah, there's really not much else to say about this.
This movie was a bummer.
Yeah.
This is really just a bummer.
It was, but at the same time, I think it was just kind of like, I don't know, what I needed as far as what we watched. Like, what the fuck did we just watch that was terrible?
A lot of things.
Yeah, Godzilla was not fun, I'm not going to lie.
No, Godzilla Final Wars.
Yeah. And then Dead Alive before that.
Dead Alive was before that.
So yeah, it was a rough 2 weeks. We had Ed Wood before that, which was great. That. So yeah, we punished ourselves for 2 weeks, and then this was like, your palate cleanser. Not that it was good.
Yeah,
it was just
like so middle of the road.
It was neutral. Yeah.
Fucking milk. I don't know.
Yeah.
What's coming up next?
I can't turn around.
Jaws.
Oh, all right. Well, there you go, folks. A little preview of what we're talking about next week.
Maybe. We changed the schedule around a lot.
We have to fucking...
We got to do some figuring.
Yeah.
We have a special surprise episode coming out next week.
Yeah, we have to figure out where we're sticking that in.
Probably early August is when that'll come out.
Yeah.
That'll be a fun thing with some friends.
Maybe some familiar faces from past episodes.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yep.
Anyway.
We done?
Where can folks find us on them socials?
Oh, those socials, you say. Yeah. You can find us on our website, www.bigdumbmonsterspodcast.com or www.bigdumbmonsters.com. If you want to email us anything at all.
We did get a movie suggestion this week.
Did we?
Yeah,
awesome.
Night of the Creeps.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That could be a good one.
Yeah, I said we definitely throw it on the schedule.
Yeah. So movie suggestions, beer suggestions, suggestions for the show, segments, whatever you feel like we need to hear. Please, no dick pics.
Unless you're bringing like the A+ game.
Then, yeah, I mean, if the lighting is just right, you know.
No, seriously, we're good on dick pics, folks. Although by saying that, I realize I'm inviting like a mountain of dick pics now.
Absolutely. BigDumbMonsters@gmail.com is where you can send those dick pics. You want to do something on Twitter? We're active on there as much as we can be.
We're active-ish.
Active-ish. At dumb_monsters. Facebook, always an option too. We're down to receive messages on there. That would be Big Dumb Monsters Pod. And if you are on Slasher, we are Big Dumb Monsters Podcast, which I'm trying to get a little more active on there. It's fun. There's a lot of really good people on there, and people will post like, "Oh, I'm watching this tonight. I'm watching this tonight. You know, what's your favorite movie?" Like, there's a lot of really good discussion on there. It's almost like a super friendly Reddit thread, which is just great.
Huh.
Because I don't know if you've spent much time on Reddit.
A lot of edgelords.
Yeah, a lot of edgelords. Very toxic.
Yeah.
Slasher, not that way at all.
Excellent.
Very, very fun, very friendly. So jump on there. Hey, where can they find us on the grams?
We are on Instagram at big_dumb_monsters. And you can also find us on YouTube at the Big Dumb Monsters channel.
Excellent.
Oh, folks, it's been a movie.
It has been a movie.
It is also getting very warm in the studio because the door to the air conditioning has been closed.
Yep, because there was some loudness out there.
I'm also realizing my wife has probably gone to bed, which means I'm throwing out the garbage by myself tonight.
Oh man. Anyway, we're gonna get the fuck out of here. Please, for the love of God, don't let ghoulies eat your ass.
No, and do not sleep in a deathbed. It's not advisable.
Worst decisions you can make. So we're gonna get out of here, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks for listening, folks.
Bye-bye.